Hello, hello. Welcome to the news. This week, we talk about some scenery, some add-ons, news on aircraft, we even have a giveaway. So I'm joined once again by our faithful co-host, GibboIreland, your man over there. Gibbo, good to see you.
Hey Murph, how you doing? Hey everybody, how's it going?
So, I always say this, and you are making the point, Murph, you always say this, but there's a lot of news coming. There's kind of interesting news coming this week, and this one kind of snuck up on us. All the news of airliners, and no one really knew anything about this one. Of course, the 757. What's happening here?
Yeah, Murph, this has been brought to us by Bluebird Simulations and Just Flight. It's Bluebird's first project for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and they're looking to have it for sale in the first half of next year, so it's a bit of ways away at this stage. But yes, it's a 757-200/300, and it'll be an all-new native aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The team tell us that they're already working on the aircraft systems development, and there'll be more details to follow on that. And their aim is to ensure, an experience for all experience levels of simmers. So they're being, honest and upfront and telling us that it's kind of going to be a mid-level experience, if you like, versus a study level one. And we can see from these screenshots its current state of development, and the external model's kind of getting there. Flight deck seems to be much further along and is looking impressive. So yes, this has come out of nowhere, and of course. Now, we were thinking that a 757 from PMDG might be next from a little model aircraft that we saw from Robert Randazzo. So perhaps we might have two 757s before we know it.
I was looking at the screenshots there, I was like, Robert Randazzo, he's photobombing our thingy-majig. But seemingly PMDG are working on this as well. And it's interesting to say that, they're hoping to release this next year. Kind of just goes to show the amount of work that actually goes into these sort of things. Do you know what I mean? But look, it's good news for the airliner people, so let's see what happens. So moving on, the big news. This is huge news, right? TFDI. I've only used one of their products in Microsoft Flight Sim, and it's PAX, or PAC-X, right? And we'll talk about the pricing mechanism in a minute, but you do have some news about this aircraft. What's the story? It looks great.
Yeah, that's right. Let me give you a little info here. So this is claimed to be beyond study level, whatever that might mean. And it comes with a promise of an authentic model with realistic textures, an accurate flight model, full FMS simulation, auto flight simulation, and it's going to be one of the most detailed airliners from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Furthermore, they tell us, this is TFDI Design, tells that they have partnered with Turbine Sound Studios to create the sound experience for the MD11, and they're working on more and more systems and getting them online, particularly the engine computers of late. On the visual and artwork front, again, there's huge improvements we can see here from some of the screenshots, including the texturing of the cockpit started. And even the cockpit design is looking kind of worn and dirty, which is going to be an option that you can enable or disable. They'll have a ton of liveries coming out as well. Now, how they're going about this is they're making it available as a base pack and with two expansions. So the base pack will either be cargo or the passenger version, which you can choose, and the other will be available for a small upgrade. So there's also going to be a failures package as well, which is optional again, which will have a full failures menu, I should say, and operations-based failures and manual and much more. So the price, Murph, the price here is $90. $90 for the base variant, and we're expecting it to be around $15 if you want the other variant. And again, we're expecting it to be around $15 if you want the other expansion to do with failures. So all in all, it's about $120 is what this will cost you all in. Just mad.
Well, here's the thing. It looks nice, right? We haven't seen TFDI aircraft in Microsoft Flight Sim, but we have seen them on others, and they have a standard about them. They're very good. But the price of this, like, don't forget, it was PMDG who said, didn't they make more money from the DC-6 on Microsoft Flight Sim alone than they did on any other platform combined? So, like, the market in Microsoft Flight Sim is huge. Now, granted, okay, TFDI are going to say, no, look, it's the one price, doesn't matter the platform, we build it, if you want it, that's the price. But, like, I don't know, I mean, the thing, I want to be able to smell the thing for that sort of money. Do you know what I mean? It's beyond real, beyond study level. What do they mean by that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Microsoft Flight Sim simmers, are we ready for this level of expenditure, if you like, on add-ons? I mean, I've been liking Microsoft Flight Sim when it came to third-party developers, because they tend to drop the price a little bit because they have way more potential sales, right? And it kind of means then that, well, here's a sim, 2 years in, it doesn't fully support everything that the airliners require, and yet here's a developer saying, well, here is a top-tier airliner going into the sim, but you're paying full price for it, but the sim isn't up to scratch, perhaps. I don't know. I think, like, at what stage do we say enough? Is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Let us know in the comments below what you guys think. I think if a developer is going to look for a certain price, which they're more than L2A lads, what's the kind of repercussions if it's not up to that standard, or if it doesn't meet everyone's expectations? Kind of a risky move, I think. But look, there's no doubt it looks fantastic, and the MD11, it's mad. Like, it's a mad plane. And just I don't know, you don't see many of them over our neck of the woods, but in the States I think a lot of them are kind of freightliners now. But yeah, look, it's still good news. There's more aircraft on the way, so it's just the price. Do you know what I mean? Gibbo, any Nixers going? But anyway, moving along, we turn to some scenery, and this is the work of Orbex, and they've been working on some new landmark packs as part of their roadmap for 2022. Gibbo, what are we looking at here?
Murph, this is Panama City and the nearby world-famous Panama Canal.
Ooh.
So this does look incredible. I gotta say, I'm very excited by this one. This is, well, a way for you to enjoy the Panama Canal from the air, really. In this upcoming add-on, it's not yet released for Microsoft Flight Sim yet, but it'll be available soon, we expect. Orbex have recreated the 5 locks of the canal, and also the Centennial and Atlantic bridges, as well as 50 types of vessels traversing the waterway. And there's 81 kilometers of the canal, so there'll be plenty of a variety of supporting buildings and structures to enjoy as well. Beyond that, there's also 60 landmarks that have been added to Panama City, from modern towers to historical buildings, stadiums and monuments. So yes, this should be out very soon at this stage.
Nice. Can't wait to go flying around here. So how many kilometers? 84.
81 kilometers of
81 kilometers. God almighty, lads. Can't wait for this one. Now, look at the state of this thing. This is like something now that I drew, I was going to say when I was young, Philip, but like my artist skills now. I drew it last week. It's a fascinating aircraft. I actually saw the real one over in Duxford. And, well, Gibbo, what's happening here?
Yes, it's beautiful, honestly. It's the BN2A Trilander, and this is from Black Box Simulation, who of course brought us the Scottish Aviation Bulldog, Cessna L19, and the BN2 Islander. So with the Trilander, this has been in operation for over 50 years at this stage, and yes, it's yet again another island-hopping, stall-capable aircraft. And it will be very familiar to those that are used to the Islander, with the addition of a third engine in the back and a longer fuselage. So yeah, it will definitely be an interesting aircraft, that's for sure, for some island hopping. Black Box have only teased one single image. That's all we've got to work off here, which is that of the instrument panel. But they are nevertheless aiming for a release next month in March 2022, if all goes well.
Isn't it brilliant the way, one photograph was released and then the flight sim community were like, I know what it is. I know exactly what that thing is. And all it was a picture of the glare shield. We were able to name it. Yeah, it's a Trilander. Grafton 11, one of our community members, told me a story. He got to fly in one of these things. And they are a very unique and amazing airplane. They're unique in every sense of the way. Like, you wouldn't be caught, is that your plane? No, it's not. That's not my plane at all. And then you'd wait until it was nighttime before you get into it. Do you know what I mean? But listen, it is what it is. So moving on, there's so much news coming from SWS, and we've tons of it here. So, well, no better vocal now to tell us all about it. Gibbo, what are SWS working on?
Yeah, their main development target at this point, Murph, is what you see on screen, the ORV-14, and they've got an estimate release of the coming weeks for this to be made available. What you see here is that the new avionics that this will support, which is the TDS GTN XI 750. There's a mouthful. We'll talk about that a little more in a moment. They also tell us that they've made a major breakthrough in relation to the ORV-14's flight models, which paves the way for some final fine-tuning on other areas of the aircraft, such as checklists, flight states, and autopilot. So it's around the corner.
It looks fantastic, and I love when you hear a developer saying we've made a breakthrough, because that's just like, ooh, something's happening. But then we get on to the Kodiak, one of my absolute favorite aircraft in the sim, and I think a lot of people would agree. They have a massive change log coming in. Now, fair play to Gibbo, he bullet pointed everything, and I've left it really small so everyone is now looking into the device that you're watching this video on, but we'll leave a description to all the updates for you if you want to read through them. One thing I have to say, and I love SWS, I love them, I think they're brilliant. Where's me Floatiac? Where's the amphibian version? I'm like, come on lads, we need to take the Kodiak onto water for the crack, do you know? So yeah, no, we really want to look forward to that. But anyway, you did mention a very fancy, sophisticated avionics package. Now, Gibbo, I have the GTN 750, the payware one. So where are we at with this one? What does this do versus the other one? Or is this kind of like a competitor? Is it an upgrade? What do we know about it?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about that. So this comes from TDS Sim Software, and it's a GTN XI 750 and 650 that's made available for Microsoft Flight Sim. It's actually been available for quite some time, but it's been a separate utility that you'd needed to run in a separate window. What they've done here is changed it and developed it further to make it fully integrated with Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that's why I think it's getting a lot more attention now. It is, Murph, as you say, though, a similar solution to PMS 50's GTN 750. However, it supposedly has improved functionality and it's cheaper. So in terms of its price, it's priced at €39.95 at the time of writing, which is, you know, significantly more affordable than PMS is offering, which either costs, I think, €25 a year or €75 for a lifetime license. So this is based on the Garmin trainer, so thus using the actual navigation data found on real planes. And beyond that, it has a touch-based screen that is more intuitive than the traditional knobs found on the G1000, for example. And other features it includes is detailed maps, charts, which are actually US only for now. You don't need a Navigraph subscription for that. It has obstacles and wire data, graphical flight planning, full flight planning capabilities, glide range ring if you need to actually glide down to a safe location if you've lost power, and tons more. So at the moment, it is compatible with, as I just said, the SWS ORV-14, FlightSimware's Cessna 414 Chancellor, and the H145 helicopter is also being supported very soon, as well as, most notably, Just Flight's Arrows.
Speaking of Just Flight, only today they've released a huge update for their fleet, including the Arrows and also the Hawk. And I think the count is now, isn't that like the 9th update that the Arrows have received? That's absolutely phenomenal, considering Just Flight are working on 2 airliners and a couple of other projects as well. So fantastic stuff from Just Flight. I think when it comes to this avionics package, I think the best Garmin device I've ever used was the GTN 750. And I got that from a company called Reality XP over in X-Plane. And they actually use a Garmin trainer. So it's like, this thing is accurate. So it's great to see this coming into Microsoft Flight Sim. Whether or not Garmin are going to get behind these developers and help them out, that remains to be seen. But yeah, look, I mean, when it comes to how you want to fly, in particular, if you can integrate it in the aircraft itself, it's always going to be great news. And further options then, if there's going to be access to charts in, you know, North America, that's, you know what I mean, that's cost saving in itself. Because, well, perhaps you don't need Navigraph if you just fly in the north of America. So yeah, very interesting stuff. Looking forward to it. So moving on, pilots. There's a name for us because, well, I know that they make scenery and they have made scenery, but these are the guys who also stated that they're working with SWS to bring out the Dash 7. and they're also the guys behind the work in progress Boeing 314 Clipper. Well, the scenery side of their house has just released a new airport, which is 2NC0. Gibbo, what's the story here?
Yeah, this is Mountain Air Airport, and this is, well, if you want to experience a landing on a sloped runway or an altiport in the sky, in the middle of the sky, this is for you. It's surrounded by the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it's obviously a unique airport that has that sloped runway nestled on a lush green hilltop in North Carolina's famous Slick Rock mountain area. In terms of what you get here, you get full native Microsoft Flight Sim scenery. It's not a conversion. You get a unique altiport featuring that runway slope. There's custom crafted mesh. There's scenery features that include over 18 square kilometers of handcrafted satellite imagery.
Whoa.
And it's available right now on the InSim marketplace.
Nice. Would you believe we're actually going flying there tomorrow, Wednesday, on the live stream? So do be sure to check it out. That was a shameless plug, wasn't it? Yeah. Don't worry, we'll have more of them. But great work from pilots here. Can't wait. So moving on, ground traffic, roads, cars mainly, and well, kind of liveries for said cars and for trucks. I think the default traffic, ground traffic, road traffic in Microsoft Flight Sim leaves a little bit to be desired. Even comparing it to the likes, again, of X-Plane, which is a much older platform, the night lighting is, I think, far superior on the X-Plane cars versus the Microsoft Flight Sim cars. Especially when you're doing an approach into an airport at night time and you just see lines of cars. It looks fantastic on X-Plane. Microsoft kind of hasn't really given us that. Wow. Or maybe it has. Let us know in the comments below. But here's a new add-on, Gibbo, and it's, well, it adds a bit of traffic and kind of makes them look a bit more realistic.
That's pretty much it, Murph. Yes, this is global vehicle traffic by LatinVFR. And what they're doing is replacing the default road vehicles, as you say, with specific vehicles, typical vehicles from specific regions in the world. So, for example, you'll see DHL and Amazon trucks, police vehicles, and a wide variety of private cars, buses, and more. So that's all available right now on the LatinVFR's website, priced, if I could talk, at $9. And one thing to note, Murph, is that it doesn't support New Zealand. It does support the rest of the world, however.
That's really strange. And we were saying maybe it's to do with the mesh, you know, or maybe there's a licensing issue there. We don't know. But the Port L Kiwis will have to do without any kind of fancy updates for the traffic. Which, I don't know. Is this something that you guys are going to get? I mean, are you interested? Does it make a difference? I mean, depends on your flying, right? It's nice to see cars around the airports, but some of the traffic routes that the sim has, it'd be nuts. Do you know, you might as well go to the Walkinstown roundabout and just, you know, wish yourself a bit of luck and think it'll all turn out well. So I don't know. It's look, it is interesting, but anyway, time for a shameless plug. This is just beyond shameless. Gibbo, there's news here because we have some landing challenges. Because that's what we do. And anyway, Naughty Gnome has built these, and we're working in partnership with Flight Simulation Association, and we've released a number of landing challenges, and well, there's prizes to be won. So we have 5 of them here. You can download all of this. We'll leave the links in the info description. Yoki me Bob. And you can ramble over to the site, download them, drop them into your community folder, and yeah, you can compete for some really awesome prizes. So Gibbo, this is you flying. How did you get on with them?
Yeah, this is just to give everybody an example as to what it's like in one of the challenges. This is the, well, what we've got real quick is we've got a 747 landing at a grass strip. We've got a Bonanza. You have to do a major 180 landing at Serena Station. Here I've got the DA-62 needing to nosedive in Japan. We've got a TPM and a valley approach in Venezuela. And we've got trying to slow down a pits in St. Martin, which is absolutely impossible. So yeah, just to show everybody what it's like, I jumped in first go here just to see how I do. So yeah, total nosedive.
That's going to be I got a really high score here. Yeah, that's
like a first go. Let's see. Oh, look at that. That's just smooth. I was making careful corrections, minute adjustments, scanning the. By the way, there was a crosswind here, 24 knot crosswind. But you know,
that didn't look that good. No.
Dealt with perfectly. How did I do? Oh, there's an A. Oh, 1.1. 1.1 million. So,
I-
Murph, you did this yesterday on stream, didn't you? It would be real bad, actually, if I brought up your score now just to compare, wouldn't it?
Clearly, there was some sort of a bug or a glitch in the matrix here. Look at that, he got a higher score than me. How did you do that?
Look, let's go and have a look at yours. There you are now at the bottom, two-time Murphy. Let's have a quick look. What was it, an A I got? Oh, a B. Oh, that's devastating. I'm so sorry for you.
Hang on, you landed it from the outside view.
To show everybody what I was dealing with.
Get out of that garden, will you? I was all real, so I was. I was in the plane. I was throwing water on my face and everything, simulating the stressful environment of trying to... I can't believe you bet me at that. I need to go off and do it again. Spend the next 6 days working on it. But yeah, listen, they are a load of fun. We're not a competitive bunch at all. Must beat Gibbo. But they're lots of fun. And there's instructions how to update your scores and upload them onto the website. And again, with thanks to our friends at FSA, they're sponsoring these as well. There's some awesome prizes up for grabs. And speaking of FSA, well, Flight Simulation Association this weekend are doing their next cross-community panel. And well, we're going to be hosting it on our own Twitch channel. And the question, or the topic, if you like, kind of goes around the question, you know, can a flight simmer land a real plane in an emergency? You know, how does flight simulation prepare the general people of Earth if they have to land a real airplane? So they have a fantastic panel, and it's going to be kicking off at 2000 Zulu time over on our Twitch channel this Saturday. So lots to happen. So that's it for this week. Apart from me now having to go off and beat Gibbo and slag him because I think they're called LatinVFR, not Latan. But sure, listen, it's okay, Gibbo. I won't say anything about it. It's absolutely fine. So until then, do be sure to check us out on our live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 2000 Zulu time over on twitch.tv/two-tone Murphy. While Gibbo eats humble pie, I'll say good luck to you.
Good night. Murph, I was so good. You know, sometimes my genius surprises me. So good.
Yeah, awesome, dude. So yeah.
Do you want me to play a little tune?
Gibbo, I'm still recording this.
What?
I just realised.
You're not.
I am. I forgot to. I mentioned a giveaway at the start, and my face is very green because my screen is green. Well, it's the green room. We have a giveaway. 2 giveaways. Well, 1 giveaway with 2 prizes. Our friends over at Anybills have given us a copy of their brand new London Heathrow to give away. We've 2 copies to give away for you. So, for your chance to win, all you need to do, friends, is drop a little comment into the comment section below and say, Gibbo, you're only deadly. And we'll pick out the winners by random bottage to see what it is. And yeah, now everyone knows what we do when we're not recording, Gibbo. So anyway, that's it. We're away now again. Take care. Gibbo, what was that joke about your man and the sandwiches?